And today's reminder, as usual, is what everyone is talking about, the COVID-19 or the coronavirus. And you, as well as I, have heard tons and tons of posts, information, sound clips, read about it, and a great chunk of it is nonsense, is baseless, is not authentic. Yet we tend to have this addiction to receive and send on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Twitter, without verifying things, which led people to be one of two. Either the vast majority who are panicking, who are going to the supermarkets, buying things that they don't need, just in case, you never know, and stacking things in their homes, overreacting to anything, isolating themselves beyond logic and reason. Or those who are careless, who keep on gathering, defying the recommendations and the instructions of the authorities, and deciding to act like Rambo, not paying attention to anyone's laws or legislations, endangering themselves and others. Yet the middle path, which we get from the Quran and the Sunnah, dictates that we take the necessary precautions while connecting our hearts to Allah, trusting Allah, believing that life and death is in Allah's hands. Take the necessary measurements, but don't panic. Don't overreact or overdo it, because inevitably you're going to die. And there are so many reasons for dying. And with the grace of Allah Azza wa Jal, this calamity, this crisis will pass, will weather and go away. And what remains is how we reacted. So people have to believe that such a calamity was preordained 50,000 years before Allah created the whole universe. It was written down. So believe in that. When you believe in it, your heart becomes calm. You get a lot of tranquility. Instead of seeing people restless, depressed, stressed, anxious, having panic attacks. Why? Because of the amount of media displayed to them every single day, 5 hours, 6 hours. Fatalities in Italy, 600 plus died today, 500 died yesterday, and people panic. And there's no need to panic. If you are a healthy person, if you do not smoke, if you consume a lot of fruit and vegetables, especially citrus and oranges, kiwis, lemons, vegetables, green leaves, vegetables, and you're healthy, and you're taking the necessary precautions, you wash your hands thoroughly, and you try to avoid public places without overreacting. You go shopping, you do see people, you mix with people, this is normal, but keep your contact away. If you manage to do that, your belief in destiny grants you a good life. Everyone asks, how is life to you? And you hear complaints. I'm out of job, I don't have money, I can't go out, I can't go to the gym, I can't go to weddings, my son's wedding has been postponed, the gatherings, the graduation, the work, etc. Complaints. Those who know that this was predestined are okay with it. Allah chose this for us, and it's good for us. So they are comfortable with it. They're calm. And they're making a lot of dua for Allah to protect them and their loved ones. But they're not stressed. They do not have anxiety or panic attacks. They're mellow. They're okay. And to have a good life in this world, Allah tells us, من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة. He who does righteous deeds, whether male or female, while he is a believer, we shall cause him to live a good life. So now look at yourself. Are you living a good life? Those who have panicked and they live in panic and they're afraid of everything. They don't even see their loved ones without any reason. They told us not to mix. They didn't tell you not to see your relatives and meet them. They said avoid congregational meetings. 60, 70 people, avoid that. Take the necessary precautions. No kissing, no shaking hands, no problem in that. But to avoid people and to stay in isolation, for how long? They said 2 weeks. If they extend it to another month, if they extend it to another 90 days, what kind of a life is this? So be moderate, be in the middle path. Where is your heart connected to? What is it connected to? Is it connected to Allah? Do you have trust in Allah? If yes, then you will have a good life. Because you have the content of whatever is happening through Allah's decree. There's a beautiful hadith where the Prophet ﷺ says, he who wakes up safe in his property and among his family, and he's healthy in his body, and he has the provision, the food of today, then this person, as if the whole world was presented to him and it is between his hands. This person has a good life. The hadith doesn't talk about a fat bank account or mansions or cars or wealth and power. It talks about being secure in your property. Nobody's mugging you. Being healthy in your body. I don't have any illnesses. And having the food of today. Lunch and dinner. That's it. The whole world is between his hands. As if he has been given the whole world. Go to the supermarkets. Alhamdulillah, here where I live, we find that the supermarkets have tripled their goods on the shelves. So instead of having normal shelves, we have sacks and packs and mountains of goods in the alleys for people to buy. Unlike other countries, alhamdulillah, where they're out of toilet paper, they're out of canned food, they're out of everything due to panic. Yet people still are panicking, buying things they don't need, stacking things in their shelves that they don't need. Then you have to ask yourself, am I living a good life or not? A good life is very easy, brothers and sisters. You have to be with Allah. You have to comply with Allah's orders. You have to follow the sunnah. Once you do that, your heart would be filled with iman. It would be filled with content. No matter what calamity strikes, you're always content with what Allah has preordained upon you. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant us a good life.